Hey everyone, what's the crack? My name's Lawrence, I'm a sim racing hardware reviewer, streamer, and I have a great community who sponsors 8 real life race cars. 8 real life race cars. It is absolutely insane. We have an incredible event coming up with over €10,000 in prizes, and never before seen esports event, never been done before. This is a massive, massive video. Let's do this. So as I always do in all my review videos, in the description there will be links to all the sections of this video, and feel free to skip back and forth, whatever you like. I am going to summarize what's going to happen in the next 20 seconds. First up, my community, the Potato Nation, sponsors 8 real life race cars. We sponsor them in the form of review hardware that I no longer use. We give it to them as training tools, and they put a Potato Nation sticker on their car. And I'm sure you're thinking, you sponsor real life race car drivers. Great. What do you sponsor? Well, we sponsor 3 Formula Ford 1600s, including the current UK FF1600 champion. We sponsor an F1000 Formula Jedi. We sponsor a Formula V. We sponsor an Irish touring car. We sponsor a TCR Hyundai. And we even sponsor an LMP3 car. I am going to introduce you to each one of those drivers in a later section. And secondly, we have an event coming up that when I told companies about this, it absolutely blew their mind. We're hosting a 10-hour race in iRacing, and we're putting our drivers up against you. But that's not all. We're getting companies involved. So we've asked companies to set up their own teams. If they don't already have one, we want a Team SimiCube, a Team Cube Controls, Team Asetek. We want all of these big companies to join us on track. And they said they will. At the time of making this video, I haven't been able to get in contact with every company, but if you are a company watching this, the lines are still open. Nothing is finalized, so please join us. The event is a GT3 and GTP multi-class event at Daytona. It's a 10-hour race. There will be commentary and professional broadcast. There will be live stewarding as well, which is really important. It's 1 split, 2 classes, lots and lots of prizes. At the time of making this video, we already have over €10,000 in prizes. €10,000. And that's only a couple of people that I've reached out to. This is going to be absolutely huge, and no doubt it's going to attract a lot of esports attention as well. But the main focus is the community and those 8 drivers. My community is called Potato Nation, and the event is called Potatona. We started planning this event about 2 months ago, and we've been super excited because every time we told someone about it, it got crazier and crazier and crazier. Our donations are open, our team entries are open, even our incident report forms, everything is already organized. This is not a pie in the sky idea. This is happening with or without you. There are 50 teams that can register. Once we have the 50 teams, we will start a wait list. I don't even know if we're going to fill the 50 teams, but I just want to let you know because there is huge interest in this event. This is the first time that I'm aware of that sim racing has a massive effect on real racing. Sure, people who with channels have used it to fund their own racing, but it's never happened before where a sim racing channel or a sim racing community has sponsored real life drivers that have nothing to do with them. When we decided to do this, I'd never met a single one of our drivers. And the sim racing community is absolutely excellent for raising money for those who need it. People in need, charities, research. Sim racers are always right there. But ultimately, sim racing is a very selfish thing. All of this equipment, I could easily sell it, give it all to charity. Your rig, you could easily sell it, give it all to charity. Sometimes we do selfish things because we're also not here for a very long time. We need to enjoy it. So that's when we came up with this mad idea to give money to real life race car drivers. After lengthy discussions with my community, we came to the conclusion that most of us are too old, not talented enough, not bothered enough, and not well connected enough, not rich enough to race for ourselves. So we decided, why not pool our money together and help some real life race car drivers get even better. So that's where the whole idea of Potato Nation on a race car came from. We put our community logo on a race car, we give them the hardware that I no longer review, and we see where it goes. What better way to support an up-and-coming driver than to give them a set of pedals that they can use to train with, because they're spending all their money on fuel, tire, entry fees, transport, all of that stuff. There's no way they're going to put money into a rig unless they're extremely well funded, which most race car drivers are not. And over time, that gives us the opportunity, when they win trophies, to think that, well, maybe we had something to do with that. Maybe we helped them train. Maybe we supported them or connected them with the right people. And that's why we're doing all this. Potatoona is an endurance event on the 9th of March 2024. And we're inviting everybody, especially from companies, communities, come join us, represent your community. If you want to enter a team, it'll cost you €10 or more. If you want to donate more, that's absolutely fine. You'll be up against Potato Nation teams. You'll be up against our real life driver teams as well. Each one of our real life drivers is going to have their own team. You'll also be up against teams like Asetek, like Cube Controls, SimiCube. How cool would it be if Asetek and SimiCube were racing on track for position? It would just be amazing. A donation of €100 or more, whatever you'd like to donate, makes your company an official sponsor of the event. There are no tiers of sponsorship. If you donate €100 or more and you have a company that you want to advertise, you will be up there next to any other company that chooses to do that. There are no massive tiers of sponsorship. That's to avoid a big company coming along, spending lots of money to make their logo bigger than everyone else's. If you have a small company, this is a great opportunity to get on a list of sponsors right next to the big guns, because the big guns are coming out in force. So the first option is a team for €10. The second option is sponsorship for €100. If you have a company and you make products, you can also sponsor products for the event. We've got lots of winners that we need to have prizes for. It's a multi-class event. We've got 3 winners, so podium first, second, third in each class, and 4 people per team. So we need lots and lots of prizes. If you can help us with absolutely any prizes, we greatly appreciate it. As I say, we already have a pool of over €10,000 worth of prizes. This is an amazing way to help the real community and help real life race drivers to achieve their dreams. By the way, all this money that we're raising, our real life drivers only found out that we're doing this last week. So they are so excited about you guys seeing what they can do and them seeing what you guys can do. Over the past few years, we've seen sim racing events that have had people from real world racing, Formula 1 drivers and rally drivers and everything, come into the sim racing world. This kind of flips that on its head, taking sim racing and influencing the real world drivers. Now don't get me wrong, we're not sponsoring Formula 1 here. We're sponsoring Formula V, Formula 4, touring cars, we're sponsoring LMP3 cars. I'll go through a full list of all the cars that we sponsor in the next section. So before I introduce the drivers that we're raising money for, here's how you can help, and it doesn't have to cost you money. I've put all of their links to their social media in the description below. If you could follow them and occasionally just engage with their content, that already means so much, because future sponsors will see that and they'll say, well, this person has a community around them and that's something we can buy into. So even though your comment or your like or your share or whatever is completely free, it genuinely does help. And even if it says Potato Nation was here or whatever you want to say, support our drivers. That is probably one of the biggest things, because money in racing, it comes and goes. As soon as you have it, it's gone on fuel, it's gone on tires or whatever. But if you can help to get that money in the door, get companies to be interested and genuinely be interested in these drivers, that's probably the biggest way that you can help. So please do support them in the description below. Of course, another option is to donate. The link is in the description below. You can donate any amount of money. There will be prizes for donators as well. There will be prizes for people who watch the stream. There will be prizes going absolutely everywhere. That's why we need companies to give us prizes and we need you guys to help out. This is a feel-good event, and anybody who's involved, whether you're a spectator, a driver, a company, sponsor, whatever you are, we want everybody to enjoy this. So do as much or as little as you want. This event is happening regardless of whether all of these prizes, we never set out to get these prizes. We never set out to get big companies involved. All we wanted was to raise a little bit of money for these drivers and split it equally 8 ways. Give them, even if it was enough to buy them lunch one day, at least we tried. This is absolutely blowing up out of control. The companies that I have spoken to already are completely just grabbing the bull by the horns, and it's going to be absolutely insane. I hope that that is coming across, and I want you as spectators and as companies, and I want everybody to get involved. Nobody's ever done this in sim racing before. Who knows if they'll do it again. It is crazy that our little community it's bonkers. As you can tell, I've known about this for 2 months and this is still exciting, like I just heard about it. It is mind-blowing stuff. And I mentioned we have over €10,000 in prizes. I'm not going to mention who is given those prizes yet because the prize lists are not final. Some people are still deciding. Some people have not even responded to my emails yet. Some people haven't contacted me yet. This is your chance. Contact me over the coming weeks. We're going to drip feed what the prizes are. The prizes are not the main motivation for people. We want people to be motivated to help these drivers to raise money for their upcoming seasons. The prizes are going to be absolutely insane, and it is a great opportunity, or it's turning into a great opportunity for companies to promote their product and to get real loyalty. Because can you imagine the spectators watching and they see Team Cube Controls and Team GSI and they're going head to head and they look at their rig, they're like, oh, well, I have a GSI product, or I have a Cube Controls product, or I have a Moza product, and they see those teams going head to head, you automatically have a loyalty or an affinity. One of the problems we have in esports is that we don't really associate, we don't really relate to esports drivers, because when we simulate, we try to do what they're doing anyway. There's no story there. It's very hard to invest in just another person who's sim racing, because I would rather just be sitting in my rig trying to do the same thing, get the feelings that they're feeling. I don't particularly care about them unless they're exceptional. And fact is, there are so many exceptional esports drivers, it's hard to differentiate yourself. So in this event, we're going to pit the companies against each other. You can show your loyalty to those companies. We're trying to make the event something that people genuinely want to be a part of and genuinely want to watch. I'm super excited about seeing companies going head to head with our Potato Nation drivers, with our real life drivers that we sponsor, and even some famous names from esports that are yet to be announced. It might not happen, but it probably will. First up is our first driver that we ever sponsored. Kales Cole is an Irish driver. She lives actually only about 20 minutes over the road from here. I found her sponsorship advert in my local supermarket and it all snowballed from there. She's a 4-time karting champion. She's an F1000 rookie champion in 2021. She's the 2023 Formula Boss 3 champion, and her car looked absolutely insane on track, battling with the huge cars. It is completely bonkers watching her race that thing and how fast she drives it, and she was mixing it up with the super fast cars. She is one to watch for the future. She brings home silverware most weekends when she goes out. She is absolutely amazing. Next up is Ronan Doherty. He's the 2023 Formula V Rookie of the Year. He also picked up Newcomer of the Year, and he won the Emerson Fittipaldi Trophy also this year. He came second in the Formula V National Championship, and he was so close to winning a Leinster Trophy. Next up is Rob Parks, and he has an amazing background in racing. He started racing karts in 2011, and in 2016 he won the Dirt Track Midget Car Junior Championship. That's a mouthful. And at the same time as that, he was competing in the Junior Ginetta Championship as well. He had one season in the Ginettas where he won 10 out of 12 races. He's also raced Pirelli supercars, and then he moved on to Formula Ford where he races now. He's got massive plans for 2024 as well, so watch this space. Next up is Jason Smith, another Formula Ford 1600 driver, and he is absolutely rapid in a sim. He's rapid on track. He's only 17 years old and he has his eyes firmly on the prize. He is one to watch. Jason is one of those drivers who is extremely young and drives totally on the limit. He really puts himself on the line and it pays off for him. He's definitely going to win trophies this year. Next up is Jordan Kelly. Jordan Kelly is the current FF1600 UK champion. He's an absolute powerhouse on a sim. It is so hard to beat him. I race with him very regularly and he is just incredible. So winning trophies in real life is second nature to him, same in a sim. This year Jordan managed to rack up 9 wins in the Formula 4 Championship. That is absolutely crazy, because the standard in Formula Ford is completely through the roof. So to win 9 races, bonkers. I'm so proud to have him on the Potato Nation race car list, but I'm also so proud because he was probably one of the first people to ever join the Potato Nation Discord when it first was set up. So Jordan has been a long-term fan of what we do here. Let's show him some love back and support what he does. Next up is Ian Stryker, and Ian Stryker is a little bit of a wild card. He does not race in a sim. He only just got his sim. I know him a little bit through real life, through Japanese cars. He races a Honda Integra touring car and it looks absolutely immaculate. He races in the ITCC Irish Championship. He's going to do a full livery on his car. He's going to have Potato Nation logo on there as well. It's going to be an absolute joy to see and hear that car go around the track. He also has a Mark II Escort that apparently he's also going to put a Potato Nation sticker on. So can't wait to see that one. Next up is Max Hart. Max Hart races a Hyundai TCR. You guys might have used it in iRacing. It's an absolutely class car, brand new, state of the art. He races all over the world. Recently won in Macau. If you've ever seen Macau, it's a crazy, crazy track. He's a Hyundai Motorsport junior factory driver. He's a multiple race winner. He's a driver coach, and he's one to watch for the future. And last but not least, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but we sponsor an LMP3 car. Valdemar Eriksson drives this amazing car, which you probably have seen before on some of my videos. To be on an LMP3 car is completely crazy. This car will be competing in Denmark this year, and I can't wait to see a Potato Nation sticker on a car like this. Valdemar is a super nice guy. He absolutely loves what we do at the Potato Nation, so he wanted a sticker on his car as well. We're going to try our best to help Valdemar out as well. Obviously, his budget is far higher than maybe some of our other grassroots drivers, but that's not the point here. We want to help everybody equally because our community wants to be a part of people's real life racing. So even if we can buy him a lunch, even if he can well afford that lunch, all of our drivers probably can afford their own lunch. They're already racing regardless of whether Potato Nation is there or not. We want to do something to give them a little bit extra. So having an LMP3 car on our roster as well is completely crazy and just indicative of the madness of what we're trying to do here. So, quick recap. A 10-hour event. I'm commentating for the whole lot, live stewarding, professional broadcast. We've got over 10,000 euro worth of prizes. We've got real companies like Acetec, GSI, Cube Controls, SimiCube entering their drivers. There's going to be a Team SimiCube, a Team Cube Controls. We're going to have content creators there who hopefully will have teams as well. We're going to have esports drivers. We're going to have all sorts. We've got two splits, GTP and GT3. We're going to raise some money, whether we're going to raise 500 euro or 5,000 euro. I really do not have a clue. We've shared the link with a couple of people. We're already nearly at 1,000 euro. It is crazy. If you can contribute even 2 euro, 5 euro, 10 euro, whatever you can contribute, it'll go to real race car drivers. I'll do my best to keep you informed on my streams, in my videos, about their progress, how it has helped them to achieve their goal. As I say, most of us are too old, not talented enough, not motivated enough, or too broke to race for ourselves. If we can contribute to someone and contribute, then our name is a little bit on that trophy. That is how real racing works. That's why most people pump money into motorsport, is because they want to be part of winning. It's not a great return on investment unless you're at the top tiers. So now we're doing something selfish. We're using sim racing as a vessel, as a medium, to try and make people extremely happy. Those people don't necessarily need our money. We don't need to give them money. This is a completely optional thing. This is not a charity plea, nothing like that. This is a first world thing, and we're being completely unapologetic about that. We want to enjoy real life racing. We want to contribute to real life racing. This is the closest that some of us will ever get to a real racetrack. And how cool would it be if a member of the community gets to see one of our Potato Nation drivers in real life, go up to them on the track, shake their hand and say, I'm in the Potato Nation, I helped you with what you're doing today. And that is just, in my mind, it's never been done before. In my mind, it is just a completely crazy concept. I think it could change the shape of esports and the way that we go forward. I'd love to see esports drivers doing more of this kind of stuff. I hope that content creators follow suit, because most of us have loads of this hardware and we can't use it all at the same time anyway. So why not help drivers to use it, to train, to get better? All of the info you need to donate, to sign up, all of the rules, everything you need to know is at the website gofundme.com/Potatona. That's where you'll find everything. That's your one-stop shop. We'll be communicating lots about it in the Discord as well, so make sure you get in there. But the GoFundMe URL is the most important one. Throughout the stream, we're going to have the running total up on stream. We're going to try and crank that up as high as we can. It's going to be a super fun event. I'm going to be there for the 10 hours broadcasting the whole thing. I hope that other people are as excited as I am, but even if you decide not to go and not to come and support it, we're still all going to have an amazing time. The people who are invested in this are so invested in it. I hope that I can bring you along on that journey. I hope that you will be there even for 10 minutes. You don't have to watch a whole 10-hour stream. Nobody has time for that. Pop in for a while, maybe give a few euro, help these real life drivers. Imagine if we can sponsor that set of tires that they can change to in the last race of the season that nobody else could afford. Nobody else could get that extra set of tires. Nobody else could get that extra, that fancy suspension kit that gives them the edge. Imagine if we contribute to that. Imagine if we contribute to those trophies. That is my motivation here. I hope that's your motivation. And as part of the Potato Nation, we can actually achieve it. It's going to be wild. We already have drivers who have proven pedigree. They win trophies. They're not just starting out. They will be doing this with or without us. We may as well jump on the wagon and claim some of the credit, but let's make it worth their while. It's all well and good them putting a sticker on the car. Some of them even offered to do it for free, but I don't play by those rules. It's a two-way street. It has to be a good deal for everyone. So I want it to be a good deal for the companies involved. I want it to be a good deal for all the drivers and of course our real life drivers and spectators and everybody. I want to enjoy it myself as well. We will be announcing prizes over the coming weeks. We don't want the prizes to be the main motivator for people to join this. There are only 50 entries available. Once they're full, they're full. That's it. We will have a reserve list just in case people drop out, but that is it. You have a massive chance of winning great prizes because we're not only rewarding the winners, we also love people who show team spirit, people who have great liveries, people who randomly pop into the stream. We're going to be giving away lots of prizes. I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of the biggest giveaway streams that we've ever had in sim racing. Join me on the 9th of March. If you have any questions in the meantime, join our Discord. Lots of people in there know lots about this. It's not just me organizing this. We have a team of about 7 people who are actively working on this for the past 2 months. So it's going to be a good one. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 o'clock Irish and UK time. You'll find me there or you'll find me in my Discord if you have any questions. I'm Lawrence. I'll chat to you later.